Chosen one, listen to me carefully because what I am about to tell you is not just another message. This is a revelation that will shake you to your core. Something massive is happening, and whether you are ready or not, the shift has already begun. You have waited long enough. You have endured the silent moments, the unanswered prayers, the endless nights of questioning why things have not changed. But the waiting is over. You are stepping into a reality that will transform everything, and once you hear these words, you will never see your life the same way again. You were never meant to be ordinary. That is why life has tested you in ways others would not understand. That is why you have carried burdens that felt too heavy, yet somehow, you still survived. That is why no matter how many times you have been knocked down, something inside of you refused to stay down. It is because you were chosen. And when you are chosen, the path is never easy. It is filled with challenges, betrayals, heartbreak, and moments that make you question if you will ever find peace. But there is something they never told you about being chosen. You were not chosen to suffer. You were chosen to rise. The trials, the setbacks, the delays were never meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you. Every struggle you faced was molding you into the person you were always meant to be. Every loss was removing something that no longer served your destiny. Every closed door was guiding you to the one that was always meant to open. And now, that door is standing before you. The only question is, are you ready to walk through it? There is a force in the universe that has been working behind the scenes, aligning everything for this very moment. You have felt it, even if you could not put it into words. That strange feeling in your chest, that sense that something is about to happen, that inner knowing that your life is on the verge of something big. That is not your imagination. That is the universe calling you to attention. That is the divine whispering that your time has come. For too long, you have been in a state of waiting. Waiting for a sign, waiting for the right moment, waiting for things to align perfectly before you make a move. But hear me clearly, there is no more waiting. The shift has already begun, and whether you step into it or not, it is happening. The choice is no longer about if this transformation will occur. The only choice left is whether you will embrace it or resist it. There are things that have been hidden from you, things that you were not meant to see until now. There were forces that tried to block you from reaching this point because they knew that once you arrived here, there would be no turning back. That is why you faced so much resistance. That is why certain people betrayed you. That is why doors that seemed meant for you suddenly closed. It was never rejection. It was divine protection. The universe knew that if you had taken certain paths, they would have led you away from what was truly meant for you. And now, after everything, you are finally aligned with the truth. Your past does not define you. Your struggles are not your identity. Everything that you have lost, everything that has been taken from you, is about to be restored in ways you never imagined. What is coming is not just a blessing, it is a reversal of everything that was ever stolen from you. The pain, the setbacks, the delays, they were never in vain. They were setting the stage for your greatest transformation. Think about everything you have been through. The moments when you almost gave up. The nights when you thought no one saw your pain. The sacrifices you made that no one acknowledged. The silent battles that drained you, yet you kept moving forward. All of it was leading to this. And now, you stand at the edge of something extraordinary. You are stepping into a reality where things that once felt impossible will begin to unfold effortlessly. The opportunities that you thought had passed you by will suddenly appear before you. The connections you never expected will come into your life. The answers you have been searching for will reveal themselves in ways you never anticipated. And it will happen faster than you think. In the coming days, something unexpected will take place. A conversation, an encounter, a message, something will happen that confirms everything you have been feeling deep inside. It may seem small at first, but when it happens, you will know. Because your soul will recognize it instantly. And when that moment comes, you must be ready. This is not the time to doubt. This is not the time to hesitate. The universe does not make mistakes. The timing of this moment is not an accident. You are meant to hear these words right now because you are being prepared for something greater than you can comprehend. The world as you know it is shifting, and you are being positioned for what is to come. There will be people who do not understand what is happening to you. They will question your growth, they will doubt your transformation, and they may even try to pull you back into the version of yourself that you have outgrown. But hear me clearly, you cannot go back. You cannot shrink yourself to fit into places that no longer align with who you are becoming. You cannot allow the opinions of others to make you doubt what you know deep inside. The waiting season is over. The time for questioning has passed. You are stepping into a new reality where everything that was once unclear will become crystal clear. And once you see the truth, you will never be able to unsee it. Pay attention to the signs around you. The universe is speaking to you in ways that may not be obvious at first. A song that plays at the right moment. A random conversation that answers a question you have been asking. A gut feeling that pushes you in a certain direction. These are not coincidences. These are divine confirmations that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You have been given everything you need to step into your destiny. The strength, the wisdom, the resilience, it is all within you. No more waiting. No more doubting. No more questioning if you are ready. You were born ready. And now, the world is about to see the power of everything you have been preparing for. Everything you thought was lost is returning to you. Everything you thought was over is being reborn. Everything you thought was impossible is about to unfold before your very eyes. And when it does, you will understand why the wait was necessary. You will understand why certain doors had to close. You will understand why you had to go through what you went through. This is not just a message. This is your confirmation. The waiting is over. Your time has come. You have been brought to this moment for a reason. Nothing in your life has been random. Every struggle, every delay, every moment of confusion has led you here. You have felt something shifting inside of you. You have sensed that things are not the same as they once were. The way you think, the way you see the world, the way you feel energy around you, it has all been changing. This is not a phase. This is not just another moment. This is the confirmation that your life is entering a new era, and now is the time to make a decision. You can feel it, can't you? The way the universe has been nudging you. The way certain thoughts have been appearing in your mind without explanation. The way your intuition has been stronger than ever before. There's no need to second guess it anymore. This is real. This shift is happening. And now, the universe is waiting for your response. If you have been searching for a sign, this is it. You have asked for clarity, and now you are being given the clearest message possible. This is not the time to sit back and hope things change. This is the time to step forward and claim what has already been written for you. The energy around you is shifting at a rapid pace, and everything that was once uncertain is about to become clear. But first, you must declare that you are ready. Comment 99 below if you feel the shift happening inside of you. This is not just an action. This is a declaration. A moment where you tell the universe that you are no longer waiting. That you are stepping into what was always meant for you. When you type those numbers, you are aligning yourself with a higher frequency, a divine energy that has been calling to you. You were not meant to live in doubt. You were not meant to live in fear. You were meant to move forward with certainty, knowing that everything is happening in perfect alignment. The reason you have been feeling a pull towards something greater is because the time has finally come. You are no longer on the outside looking in. You are now being invited into the reality that was always yours. But you must make the decision to accept it. There is no more waiting. No more questioning whether you are ready. The very fact that you are hearing these words right now means that you are. You have already been prepared. You have already been molded for this moment. Every hardship, every lesson, every moment of confusion was shaping you for what is happening now. And now, the universe is watching, waiting to see if you will step forward. If you know this is your time, comment "I am ready." Let this be the moment you stop hesitating. Let this be the moment where you step into certainty. You have spent enough time doubting, enough time overthinking, enough time waiting for someone to confirm what you already know deep inside. You do not need anyone's permission to embrace what is happening. You only need to accept it for yourself. In the coming days, something will happen. It could be a conversation, a message, a dream, something that seems small but carries a powerful meaning. You will hear or see something that confirms everything you have been feeling. When that moment comes, you will know that this shift is not just in your mind. It is real. It is happening right now. Some people will not understand what is happening to you. They will not see the change. They will not feel what you feel. That is because this shift was not meant for them. It was meant for you. This is a path only the chosen can walk, and you have been selected for a reason. That is why things in your life have never been simple. That is why you have always felt different. That is why you have carried burdens that others could not. But now, the burdens are being lifted. The struggles that once weighed you down are no longer in control of your destiny. You are stepping into a new frequency, one that aligns with abundance, with clarity, with certainty. And all that is required from you is one thing: faith. Faith is not about having all the answers. Faith is not about seeing everything before you take action. Faith is about knowing deep inside that you are being guided, even when you do not see the full picture. It is about trusting the process, even when things feel uncertain. And right now, in this very moment, you are being asked to have faith like never before. Type 111 in the comments if you are choosing faith over fear. This is your sign that you are ready. That you are no longer questioning whether you are good enough, whether you are worthy, whether you deserve what is coming. You do. You always have. And now, you are finally accepting it. This is not a small moment. This is a defining moment. One that marks the beginning of a new reality for you. Everything that is meant for you is already on its way. The connections, the opportunities, the answers, they are already moving in your direction. Your only task is to stay aligned, to stay in the energy of expectation, to remain open to receive. In the next few days, do not be surprised if you feel an overwhelming sense of peace. Do not be surprised if things suddenly start falling into place. This is not luck. This is divine order. This is the universe confirming that your time has come. You have been patient. You have endured. You have held on to hope even when things seemed impossible. And now, you are about to see why it was all worth it. Comment "IT is done" if you believe this. Because this is not something that will happen in the future. This is something that is already unfolding right now. And now that you have claimed it, nothing can stop it. The shift is real. The transformation is happening. The universe has spoken. And you have answered the call. There is a reason your path has been harder than most. There is a reason you have felt resistance every time you tried to move forward. Nothing in your life has come easily, not because you are unlucky, but because you are chosen. When you are called for something greater, the forces that work against destiny will do everything in their power to stop you. This is why you have faced setbacks that made no sense. This is why the people you trusted the most turned against you when you least expected it. This is why every time you were close to a breakthrough, something would happen that pulled you back. You have been in a battle that most people will never understand. A battle that started long before you were even aware of it. The moment you were marked as chosen, the opposition formed against you. Every struggle you have endured, every painful chapter of your life, was never random. It was the result of forces that saw your potential long before you did and tried to stop you from realizing it. The reason your blessings were delayed was not because you were unworthy. It was not because you did something wrong. It was because the moment you stepped closer to your true path, the resistance increased. Every great destiny comes with a great battle. No one who is chosen walks an easy road. The hardships were never meant to break you. They were meant to see if you were strong enough to handle what is coming next. Look back at your life. Think about the moments when everything seemed to be going well, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, everything fell apart. Think about the people who promised to stand by you but disappeared the moment you needed them. Think about the times you prayed for an opportunity, only for it to slip away just when you thought it was finally yours. None of it was by accident. The delays, the betrayals, the losses, each one was a calculated move to discourage you, to make you give up before you could step into what was meant for you. But here's what the opposition did not anticipate: you did not break. You did not give up. You are still here, still standing, still moving forward despite everything that was thrown at you. And because you endured, because you refused to let the hardships define you, you are now stepping into the part of your life where everything changes. The struggles that once weighed you down will no longer have power over you. The cycles of loss and disappointment that kept repeating are now breaking. The delays are coming to an end, and what was once blocked from you is now being released. There were people who doubted you. People who spoke against you, who laughed at your dreams, who said you would never make it. They thought they had won. They thought their words, their actions, their negativity had succeeded in stopping you. But what they did not know is that you were never fighting alone. Every battle you faced, every tear you shed, every time you felt alone, there was something greater standing beside you, pushing you forward even when you felt too weak to continue. You have outgrown the version of yourself that used to settle for less. The version of you that used to stay silent, that used to accept things that were beneath you, that used to tolerate situations that drained you, that version no longer exists. This is why certain people have fallen out of your life. This is why certain opportunities that once seemed perfect no longer feel right. This is why you have been feeling disconnected from things that once made you comfortable. You are no longer who you used to be. Not everyone will be happy to see you step into your power. Not everyone will celebrate your transformation. Some will try to pull you back into your old patterns. Some will try to remind you of your past, hoping that you will shrink back into the person you used to be. But you must remember that your past no longer has a hold on you. The things that once defined you do not have the power to limit you anymore. The spiritual battle you have been fighting has already been won. The forces that tried to stop you have already been defeated. The only thing left for you to do now is walk forward with full confidence, knowing that nothing can stand in your way anymore. The doors that were once locked are opening. The opportunities that were once out of reach are now within your grasp. Everything that was delayed is now on its way to you. You will start noticing that things feel different. Conversations that once drained you will no longer affect you. The energy around you will feel lighter, clearer, more aligned. People who once doubted you will start seeing the shift in you, even if they do not understand it. Some will try to reconnect with you, sensing that something is different. Others will distance themselves because they can no longer reach you the way they once did. Everything that is happening is proof that you are no longer operating at the level you once were. You have been elevated, and because of that, you can no longer engage in the things that once distracted you. The relationships, the environments, the mindsets that once kept you stuck are no longer in alignment with who you are becoming. You will have to make peace with the fact that not everyone can come with you into this next phase. Not everyone was meant to be part of your journey. Some people were only in your life to teach you lessons, to show you what you needed to see before you could step into your true power. There will be moments when you look back and wonder why certain things happened the way they did. You may still carry some pain from the past, still feel some wounds that have not fully healed. But understand this, everything that was meant to harm you was actually setting you up for something greater. The things that were meant to destroy you only made you stronger. The people who turned against you only pushed you closer to where you were always meant to be. The opportunities that you lost were making room for the ones that are truly meant for you. The battles you faced were not for nothing. They prepared you. They strengthened you. They gave you the wisdom and resilience that you will need for what is coming next. And what is coming next will require you to let go of everything that no longer serves you. You cannot carry old burdens into a new season. You cannot move forward while still holding on to the pain of the past. This is the moment where you release everything that has been weighing you down. The doubts, the fears, the what-ifs, the regrets, they have no place in your future. You are stepping into a reality where nothing is impossible. A reality where the things you once dreamed about are now becoming real. A reality where the struggles you once faced are no longer part of your story. Pay attention to what is happening around you. The signs are everywhere. The shift is already taking place. You will start noticing things aligning in ways you never expected. You will start feeling a sense of clarity and purpose like never before. The things that once confused you will start making sense. The paths that once seemed blocked will start opening. You have already won. The battle is over. Now, it is time to walk into the victory that has already been written for you. Everything you have been waiting for is already on its way. The delays are over. The struggles are ending. The opposition has been silenced. You are stepping into a new reality, one where you are no longer held back by anything. Nothing can stop you now. Nothing can block what is meant for you. You are walking into the greatest chapter of your life, and from this moment forward, everything changes. Everything you have endured was leading to this moment. Every challenge, every setback, every delay was preparing you for what is about to unfold. You may not have realized it at the time, but nothing was wasted. Nothing was without purpose. Even in your darkest moments, there was something greater at work, something aligning behind the scenes to ensure that when the time was right, you would be ready. That time is now. The things that once seemed out of reach are moving closer. The doors that remained shut for so long are beginning to open. The visions you once had, the dreams you almost gave up on, the things you desired but convinced yourself were impossible, all of them are aligning in a way that will leave no doubt. You are entering a season where manifestation is no longer just a possibility, it is a certainty. You will start noticing the shift in unexpected ways. People who once ignored you will suddenly pay attention. Opportunities that seemed impossible will start appearing without warning. The things you once struggled to achieve will begin to flow effortlessly. It will feel surreal at first, almost too good to be true, but this is what happens when alignment is finally reached. The resistance you once felt is gone, and now, you are stepping into a period where everything moves in your favor. Do not be surprised if certain people try to re-enter your life. There are those who once doubted you, who spoke against you, who dismissed you as if you were insignificant. Now, they will watch as everything changes for you, and some of them will try to attach themselves to your success. Not everyone who claps for you is happy for you. Not everyone who praises you wants the best for you. Be mindful of the energy around you, because when you rise, not everyone will celebrate. Some will resent you. Some will try to pull you back into the version of yourself that you have outgrown. Some will pretend to support you while secretly hoping you fail. This is part of the shift. This is part of stepping into something greater. There will also be moments of discomfort. Growth does not come without transformation, and transformation is not always easy. You may feel a deep need to distance yourself from certain environments, certain people, certain habits that once felt familiar. This is not a sign of isolation, it is a sign of elevation. You cannot take everyone and everything with you into the next chapter of your life. There are things you must leave behind. Mindsets that no longer serve you. Relationships that drain you instead of uplift you. Situations that keep you stagnant instead of moving forward. You will feel it when it happens, that inner knowing that something no longer fits. Trust that feeling. Trust that your intuition is guiding you exactly where you need to be. You have spent enough time wondering if you are worthy of success, happiness, and abundance. The answer is clear now. You were always meant to rise. You were always meant to step into something greater. The struggles you endured were not a sign that you were unworthy. They were proof that you were being prepared for something most people will never experience. Not everyone is called to live at the level you are stepping into. Not everyone is chosen to carry the kind of light you carry. This is why your path was different. This is why you never quite fit in. You were never meant to. You may start experiencing moments of déjà vu, moments where it feels like you have already lived a certain experience before. This is not an illusion. This is a sign that you are finally aligning with the timeline that was always meant for you. There are infinite paths in life, but only a few lead to true fulfillment, to the highest version of yourself. You are now stepping into that path. Everything that has happened up until now was redirecting you to this moment, to this reality where you fully embrace the power that has always been within you. Money will start flowing to you in ways you never imagined. You have spent too much time worrying about how you will make ends meet, how you will afford the life you want, how you will achieve financial freedom. Those worries are dissolving. The shift you are stepping into is not just spiritual, it is material as well. There is abundance waiting for you, and the more you let go of fear, the more you will see it appear in your life. You do not have to chase wealth. You only have to align yourself with the energy that attracts it. This is the secret that those who live in abundance understand. They do not beg for it. They do not force it. They step into a mindset of knowing, of expecting, of receiving. And because of that, wealth follows them wherever they go. You have already done the work. You have already suffered. You have already paid the price for your transformation. Now, the rewards are coming. You will notice synchronicities in your life. A conversation that leads to an unexpected opportunity. A chance encounter that changes the course of your journey. A sudden breakthrough that happens so quickly it almost does not seem real. But it is real. It is happening. And it is happening now. You may feel an overwhelming sense of peace in the coming days. There was a time when your mind was filled with anxiety, with stress, with the weight of everything you carried. That is ending. The burdens you once held are being lifted. The constant worrying, the overthinking, the second-guessing yourself, it is no longer necessary. You are entering a phase where everything flows, where you no longer have to fight for every inch of progress. You will start moving effortlessly toward the things that are meant for you, and they will move effortlessly toward you. Be prepared for unexpected blessings. Some things will happen that you never even thought to ask for. Some opportunities will present themselves that you did not even know existed. The universe has a way of surprising those who are in alignment. There will be moments when you realize that what you once wanted is nothing compared to what you are about to receive. There will be moments when you look back at the struggles and finally understand why they had to happen. The pain you endured was creating space for something better. The things you lost were clearing the way for something greater. This is only the beginning. Everything that is unfolding now is setting the stage for even bigger things ahead. What you are about to experience is only a glimpse of what is possible. Once you fully step into this energy, once you fully embrace the reality that has always been waiting for you, there will be no limits. The things you once believed were impossible will become your everyday reality. The dreams you once thought were too big will suddenly seem small compared to what is actually coming. There is no turning back now. The version of yourself that once hesitated, that once questioned, that once doubted, no longer exists. You are not the same person you were. You are moving forward at a speed that will leave others wondering how you did it. But you will know. You will know that this was never about luck. This was never about chance. This was destiny. This was always meant to happen. The next few days will reveal everything. Pay attention. Stay open. The signs are already appearing, the confirmations are already happening. You are stepping into a season where you no longer have to chase. Everything that is meant for you is now chasing you. And when it arrives, you will know that this was never a dream. This was always real. This was always meant to be. Everything that needed to be said has already been spoken. Every sign you needed has already been placed in your path. Every confirmation you were waiting for has already been given to you. There is nothing more to wait for. No more delays. No more questioning. No more wondering if you are ready. You are ready. You always were. The only thing left to do is step forward. You have spent too much time in the waiting phase. Too much time believing that something else needed to happen before you could move. Too much time thinking that you had to be better, more prepared, more experienced before you could fully embrace what was always meant for you. That time is over. If you have been looking for permission, if you have been looking for some final sign to confirm what you already know deep inside, this is it. This is the last message you will receive before everything changes. There will never be a perfect moment. There will never be a time when everything is lined up exactly the way you think it should be. That is not how the universe works. Things do not become clear before you take action. Things become clear because you take action. The people who achieve what they are meant to achieve are not the ones who sit and wait. They are the ones who decide. They are the ones who move even when they do not have all the answers. They are the ones who step forward even when they are unsure of what comes next. You have been conditioned to believe that you need certainty before you act. That you need to see every step before you take the first one. That you need to be fully confident before you make a decision. But that is not how transformation works. Change happens the moment you decide. The moment you stop looking for reasons to delay. The moment you realize that you will never feel fully ready, but that does not mean you are not. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not talent, not intelligence, not luck. It is the willingness to act. Every moment you spend waiting is a moment you could have been building. Every day you spend doubting is a day you could have been stepping into the reality that was meant for you. The things you want are already here. The abundance, the opportunities, the success, the fulfillment, it is all around you, waiting for you to claim it. You have been knocking on a door that has already been open. You have been asking for something that has already been given. Now, all that is left is for you to receive it. Fear has been your biggest enemy. Not failure. Not rejection. Not bad luck. Fear. The fear of the unknown. The fear of making the wrong decision. The fear of stepping into something greater and not knowing if you are capable of handling it. That fear has kept you from seeing the truth. And the truth is, there was never anything to fear. The version of you that hesitated, that overanalyzed, that waited for things to be perfect, that version no longer exists. You have already outgrown that mindset. You have already moved past the need for constant reassurance. Deep inside, you already know. The future you want is already written. The things you have dreamed about are not just possibilities. They are guarantees. If you could see yourself 5 years from now, you would understand why you needed to move now. You would see that every moment you spent hesitating was a moment lost. That everything you were about to experience was always available to you, but you had to decide to claim it. Look around. Look at your life. Look at where you are right now. You know that you cannot stay here. You know that this is not where you are meant to be. You have felt the pull towards something greater, and yet, something has held you back. It was never your abilities. It was never your circumstances. It was always your own mind. Your own doubts. Your own conditioning that told you that you were not ready. But you are. And now, you are at the point where there is no more waiting. You have outgrown the excuses. You have outgrown the justifications. You have outgrown the idea that you need to wait for some external force to push you forward. The push has already come. The shift has already happened. You are now faced with one simple decision: stay where you are or step into everything you have ever wanted. There are people who will never understand what is happening to you. They will see the change in you but not recognize where it came from. They will sense your transformation but not comprehend why it is happening so quickly. That is because they are still operating at the level you have left behind. Not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will support your growth. Some will try to convince you to go back to who you used to be, to stay in the patterns you have outgrown, to shrink yourself so that they feel more comfortable. But you cannot. You will not. The version of you that would have listened to those voices no longer exists. Everything that happens next will be a reflection of the decisions you make now. The way your life unfolds from this moment forward is in your hands. The path has already been laid out for you, but you are the one who must walk it. No one can do it for you. No one can carry you into your destiny. You have to choose to step into it. There will be moments of doubt. There will be times when you wonder if you are doing the right thing. That is normal. That is part of stepping into something greater. But do not let those doubts stop you. Let them be the proof that you are growing, that you are pushing past the limitations that once held you back, that you are stepping into a reality that is so much bigger than anything you have known before. This is the moment where everything changes. This is the moment where you decide that waiting is no longer an option. The things you want are already here. The life you have envisioned is already waiting for you. There is nothing else to do but move forward. Nothing else to do but step into what is already yours. No more waiting. No more questioning. No more doubting. Your time is now.